Welcome to my channel. This introduction that you're seeing right now is actually I made after the total reading has been done. The original intro will show up right after this. But I'm just coming on to say it really is a beautiful way that about how this card and the painting correlated with each other, and I surely hope that you stay through the whole thing because it's really amazing. And once again, I thank you, and have a blessed day, evening, night, morning, whenever you're watching this. Alright, I thank you again. Bye now. Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Joy, and today we're going to be doing a fractal art reading for you. We'll also be pulling a tarot card. But first of all, before I get started, I just want to, kind of clear this up a little bit. There's many different ways of doing divination. Okay, some do tea leaves, some do coffee grinds, coffee rings in a cup. Some use eggs. You can use dice. Some people use dice as well. And which I have. I have a bag full of dice here. You can do divination with dice. You can use a collection of buttons, maybe that you have. You can even use colored pencils or crayons, even, or just to be even more creative. You could get toothpicks, and color them with magic markers. Make different colors of them. Some people use divination with different colored ribbons, of course, and feathers. I use feathers sometimes. You can use shells of any sort, and also you can use charms. This is my charm collection here. Maybe I'll do a charm video sometime in the future here. But what I'm getting at is that you can, doing divination can be fun. You can be as creative as you want with it. You can use just about anything, right? You can use just about anything. You can use rocks and gems, like I said, feathers, dice, buttons, coffee, tea, candles, candle wax readings, candle soot readings, all kinds of different readings besides tarot and oracle cards. And so that's what we're going to be doing for you today. First I'm going to draw a tarot card for our subject, and then I'm going to do the fractal. And I'm using paints. I'm going to be using paints on this. And before I started this video, turned the camera on, I did, where's my paintbrush? Hold on. Oh, there it is. I did, put the intent into the paints and the paper. I just, just kind of quieted myself down a little bit and, put the intent into what I'm going to be using this for, what we're going to be doing. And just to make it a little more, if you're thinking, oh, this is silliness, just to bring it a little bit closer into realness for you, if you don't trust this or you think it's silly, I want to show you something. This picture here, look at it. See, this is a fractal picture. I had gone to a psychic fair, and there's a lady there that does these. Now she does her paints a little more, uses a machine, and it dries the paint real fast, and she'll do a reading on you, and as she's doing it, she's putting stuff into the computer, and these are the images that I got on one of my readings. I don't know how well the camera's picking this up, but let's see. You have to kind of hold it back a little bit. Which way is it? This way? Well, I have okay, well, I don't know how well it's, like I said, it's picking up. I have some fairies here, okay, some little fairies here. I have a beautiful horse right here, okay. And there's an arrow. There's an arrow, end of the arrow, the tip of the arrow coming straight down. And if you would look at this closer and look at it more, you're going to see images of my spirit guides in here. My totem animals, past lives. According to this now, they do change. Your pictures do change over time. This one, I had two of them done at different years, but oh yeah, there. Okay, there's a bear. There's a big bear in here that's coming through. I can see it now. I have my bear totem here. Here's his ears and his eyes and his body. I have a horse, a bear, a beaver, and I also have a wolf in here as well. But anyhow, just to, tell you and let you know this is a real thing. I'm not making this up. Let's back up here. Don't fall, please. Okay, so let's just go on. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pull you a card. We're going to use this tarot card, like I said, as the main subject of your fractal reading here. Now you can, if you decide to use toothpicks even, like I said, and color them with different colors. Get some markers out or some crayons and color them, Perhaps you want to know something about communication. The blue, you have a blue toothpick and an orange toothpick, and they cross over, when you're doing it, you put the intent into them, you drop them down, and maybe the orange crosses over the blue one. So, what does the color blue mean to you? What does the color orange mean to you? And then you just kind of look into it a little deeper. It's like, to me, blue is for communication, orange is for creativity. So they're crossed like an X. They're crossed like an X. They land like this, like an X. The blue and the orange. So that could be telling you that if you have this fear that you have to deliver some type of a speech or something, whatever the communication is with you that you're questioning about, that you have fears of or whatever, the orange, the blue are crossing each other. It could be saying that, don't be afraid to put more creativeness into your speech. Be a little more creative on that. To look over your speech. What you're going to say. Is it just all mundane, or are you putting a little more creativity into it? Be creative with your writing. Creative writing is a form of communication, right? Perhaps you're a photographer and, be more creative in what the picture speaks of, and stuff like that. So, you can use anything for divination. You really can. If you just put your intent into it. All right. Let's pull your card. Okay. This is timeless, so whenever you run across this, Okay, let's see. What's the subject going to be about? Death. Now, don't be frightened. Don't be frightened. It's all good. It's all good. Here, I'll hold this up like this so the camera may be able to see it a little better. Okay. Now, when you think of death, you're going to think, oh, they're gone. It's a big loss. It's over. It's done. It's over. It's lost. I lost. I'm going to die. That's not what this is. Something's becoming reborn. Something's getting reborn. Something new is about to change. Something new is about to come into your life. This card may be also saying to let the old ways, drop the old ways. Now this is a bird, as you can see here. It has no feathers. It's dropped its feathers. Drop the old ways. New ways will start to be forming. This bird is going to regain its feathers as well. So you're going to regain that. I was going to say flight, but feathers of the air, of the freshness. You know, it's going to be coming in quickly for you. You're going to be, you know, kind of like flying, like kind of like you just want to soar, right? You're just going to be soaring into something new. Okay? You're going to be soaring into something new. So this is what this fractal painting is going to be about. The magic and the abundance of something new coming into your life. You're going to be starting a new adventure. You're going to be starting something new. And it's advised to leave the old thoughts and ways, you know, push them aside, drop them down, drop them down. Get your, you know, get your feet, this bird has no feathers, get your feet planted on the ground. In other words, get yourself kind of, even yourself out a little bit. Even yourself out a little bit. Don't be putting such high demands on yourself, but don't make them too low. You want to be kind of in the middle here. Kind of want to be in the middle of your thoughts about yourself. Okay, your thoughts about yourself. So that's what this painting is going to be about. So let's go ahead and do this. All right, I'm going to be taking this piece of paper here, and I just chose whatever paints that I first saw in my paints. And what you do, remember, you put the intention into this already. I already put intention into it. So you just take it and you just, you know, you don't really look. You just splatter the paint around a little bit. Just splatter it around. Okay. There's one little thing I forgot to do. That was I was supposed to. Oh, let's just do it again because I forgot. All my jabbering I was doing. You're supposed to first wet your paper on one side, okay? Sheet of paper here. You want to wet one side just so the paints will blend a little more. You can use watercolors. I have these little temper paints here. You can use watercolors, oil paints, you know, whatever kind of paint. If you want to use paint, though, you know, this isn't limited, like I said, to paint. Okay, there we go. You can use whatever you want. Crayons, markers, toothpicks, shells, stones, blah, blah, blah. Let's put that intention of the death card, and you're just going to splatter your paints that you chose, the colors of the paints that you chose. This blue, there it goes. I have to get some new paints. My paints are getting old, getting stuck in the bottle. You just kind of splatter it around. You don't really have to look at what you're doing. You're not trying to form a picture. It's going to form for us. I don't know if you ever watched any of my candle soot readings. You know, you let the soot of the candle do the work, right? Put your intention into it, and you call in the fire elementals and the fairies and Archangel Michael when you do candle soot reading. So we're using red, yellow, blue, and green. Knew there was another one. Okay, so like I said, let's get that paint splattered around the paper. Don't have to watch what you do, and you're not trying to make a picture. Oh, it's a mess. I should have brought a paper towel with me. Alright, so after you made all your splotches, you've wet your paper, you're going to fold it in half. If you noticed, probably not, but that's a mirrored picture. As you can see there, it's been folded over as well. And you're going to take an old pencil or your paintbrush or something, and you're going to just, you know, go around like this on your paper that you've just splattered paint all over. And it's a good thing not to do this on some kind of table or anything that's real important to you. You know, make sure you have a piece of paper underneath it, Because you can see it runs out and makes a mess. You know, you can make all kinds of design. You know, you just go around it and press it together. And what I'm going to do now is we're going to open this. I'm going to let it dry, and then I'll come back and we'll see what's coming forward to you about this this message of death. Look at that. This is okay. So this is what's on the painting. We'll say on your fractal painting. Here, I got this other paper here. Just move this used dirty one aside. We'll put this on here just like this, and we'll let it dry. And I'll be back with your reading. Okay, so the painting has dried here. I'm going to talk a little more about the death card, as I already explained it, but I'm going to go into a little more detail about it here for you. I hope the shadows of these lights you're being able to see this good, but let's just go ahead. Alright, so again, like I explained a little bit before the painting, we even did the painting a little bit about the death card. This death card is saying that don't let the drama of this card, of the word death, distract you from the message that this card is representing to you and bringing forward to you. It is it's saying something in your life. Something in your life needs to end. You know, you need to find some closure in something right now that you're going through, and now this will happen voluntarily or involuntary. Again, I'm not talking about, you know, physical death here. There's a change going to be coming in for you. I guess you could say in a different type of way, whether you want it to or not. Okay? But again, you know, this is a tarot reading as well, so you do have the right to change your circumstances around, but this is what I'm perceiving that this card is telling you at this time. But you know, either way, you will feel a positive transformation beginning after the initial form of let's just say suffering has passed, and you're going through some kind of troublesome time right now. You're in some kind of situation perhaps, and you might be a little bit heartbroken, or you know, whatever your situation is. You know, after that initial phase, you know, this card is coming through very strongly and telling you that it's going to be okay, that you're making a transformation. You'll begin this transformation after the initial forms of whatever anxieties or fears that you have. You just have to kind of let go of that and let the new start happening. You know, it's just kind of like this bird, like I was saying before. You know, this bird here, it's molting its feathers, you know. And the feathers will come back after that transformation with new growth. So this situation or this struggling or this anxiety or this fear that you're in at this moment is going to pass once you know, accept what had happened or what you're going through and move on from it, okay? And move on from it. And now we're going to go into the picture here. All right, what I'm seeing here, and when I do flip the picture around, maybe you'll see it more clearly. But what I'm seeing here is, see if I can get my arm in here. I'm seeing a lunar moth, okay? I'm going to flash a picture of a lunar moth up in one of these corners. So if you're not familiar with what a lunar moth looks like, but it's here's the lunar moth. Oh, there goes my light. See, here's the moth. It's coming down like this. You know, these are his wings, and his legs are going out like this. And here's his little feelers or his little antennas. that the moths have right here. So this green, and there's also little lines, if you can see. I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up, but there's little lines here as well that are kind of outlining it a little more, or giving it more definition, I would say. But then I'm seeing a lunar moth, and what this lunar moth is representing and telling you is that you need to return to the light. There's a cycle of life potential for you right now, and it's in like a constant. It's like in a constant evolution. You know, life's always changing, rebirth, renewal, and stuff as such. In other words, the moth is coming through and it's saying there's a rebirth of heightened awareness in your struggles, and that your intuition is trying to kind of steer you in that direction of letting go, so something new can start to come forward for you. And the lunar moth also represents the moon. Of course, because of its name, lunar, right? The lunar moth. Moths come out at night. And today is the day that I'm filming this. It's January 5th of 2025. Now, the moon is right now, as of today, is 5.4 days old now in its cycle. And the number 5 represents conflicts and change, which goes right around. That goes right along real nicely here with all I've said already about the death card, and the moth. You know, bringing you in potentials and cycles, letting go and bringing in new light to yourself, right? And then my next image that I'm seeing on this picture are some little angels. Are some little angels. Oh! Okay. Some little angels right here. You see the little yellow head, the little green halo over its head, the little body, its little wings. We've got 2 angels here. 2 little angels, and they're actually like riding. You know, aren't they kind of like they're riding on this lunar moth's wings? You know, and these angels in this reading are representing to you that the angels are wanting peace and want to bring you unconditional love for you, and bringing that into your situation. They're wanting to bring you peace and unconditional love. You know, this could also be maybe perhaps your spirit guides as well. Your spirit guides, the angels, ancestors. They're wanting you to be at peace with yourself, be at peace in your struggles right now, and things are going to start to change for you. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to flip this painting over now. And here it gets really quite interesting as well for you. Oh. Come on. Oh, did I forget? Oh, I don't know. I have to look at this painting. There's a rabbit in here too, but I think it might be on the other. Flip it around the other way. Where are you, little rabbit? Well, okay, we'll just go on, and when I find the rabbit, we'll talk about it, but I don't see it there. Okay, you can probably see the moth a little better now, right? Maybe I had the paper turned the wrong way to begin with, but see the moth, the lunar moth here? His antennas, his wings coming out, his little, I guess, his legs, you know, coming down. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to be talking about for you, what's coming through in this fractal painting is a whale. See this blueness here, this blue? See his eye? His big old eye? It's reminding me of an orca. Orca is a killer whale. Again, killer is representing the word death here, but we already know that that does not mean, anything bad, right? Doesn't mean anything bad. There's a green one over here, but I don't really getting anything whalish from that. I'm just concentrating on this whale here. I'm sorry about this lighting. Okay, so the whale's showing up and to push you forward and to remember what the death card said about voluntary and involuntarily change is coming. Well, the whale is coming up. The whale is coming up for air. The whale is coming up out of the ocean. He's coming up for air here. And he wants you to shed your burdens and doubts. And he's also bringing harmony into you or into your situation, or really both, really. He's really bringing the harmony into your situation and into your own soul, your own self, and wants to bring it in to give you freshness. And it may be time for you to connect with others right now to go ahead and go on this new journey or this fresh new start. The whale's also bringing that action into play as well, wanting you to, collaborate with others, connect with others. All right, so then we have a phoenix. Yes. Right. You see? You know what? I'll put a picture of a phoenix up here in one of the corners. If you're not familiar with that mythology bird. Okay, and here you can see his head, right? See his head right here. This little blue head here. There's his beak. Here's his beak right here, and here's his wings. Here's the wings here. They're red and yellow on this picture. His head is blue with fire red up on top here. The phoenix is all for energy and fire, And what the phoenix is telling you basically is the same thing, that when you shed or when you molt the old ways or ideas away, it's that change is going to be coming to you, and it's going to emerge much stronger. This change, these new ideas, this new ways that are coming in after you shed it all away, it's going to emerge real stronger with fresh new ideas. You've learned your ways. You know what you need to work on. You know what you need to change. It's going to emerge real strong. You're going to get this full power of renewal coming in for you. And, you're going to be like the phoenix. You're going to renew yourself, and you're going to rise up from those ashes, and move forward. Just like the whale was saying. The whale saying, wants to push you forward, and for you to remember what the death card had said also about, voluntarily or involuntary, this change is coming. That whale's pushing you forward. The phoenix is saying, rise up from those ashes. You're going to be fine. You're going to be doing it. You've got the love and the care from the angels that showed up in this picture as well. And the rabbit. Where are you, little rabbit? I think he's down in the corners here. Oh, heavens. Oh, here he is. I'm sorry. I had the picture turned around wrong. Well, there's a rabbit here. I know he's upside down right now for you. But again, rabbits are for fertility and abundance, and he's also, very fertile and having full abundance in the spring. So he's saying, to go ahead and spring into action. Make this change. Don't be frightened. Go for it. Push those struggles away. You're going to make it, Or he's also maybe coming through for some of you also, that this change that you're going through, these struggles that you're going through right now, you know, you're going to work yourself, you're going to work yourself through it, right? You're going to come up from the ashes like this phoenix here, possibly then in the spring. Because, you know, rabbits are saying, you know, spring into action. So the action, the abundance, everything that's coming to you from this change that all this is representing to you may happen in the spring, or or again, like I said before, it may just be meaning that, you know, it's, you know, hop to it. Get your stuff together and let's go. Let's go. Because there's definitely a change of some sort coming to you, or a situation that you're struggling with at this time. It's working. So just keep plugging at it, moving forward. Moving forward. Take the push and the power from that whale and go for it. And there's your reading. Thank you. Bye now. Right, there's one thing that I forgot to mention that's really amazing here. That we talked about the moth, the lunar moth. We talked about the phoenix. And did you know there is such a moth with the name phoenix moth? So, you know, you can go ahead and look it up. If any of these animals or insects, I guess you could say, are very attracted to you, it could be your totem or your animal spirit as well. You can look up the meaning of lunar moth, whale, phoenix, and the phoenix moth itself. All right. I just had to add that one thing in that I forgot to mention earlier. So again, thank you for listening. I hope you stayed through the whole thing. Bye-bye.